cozy.
Portions of TV23's internet provided by SWKO Wireless Internet. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Hi, everybody. Hey, it's Monday, December 18th. You know what a week from today is? It's Christmas. Got your shopping done? I do. Don't have it all wrapped, but I'm done. Welcome to High Plains Today here on TV23. On today's show, my very, very good friend, Dr. Jack Jacob is here. We'll see what he wants to talk about today. In the meantime, let's take a look at happenings. During the early afternoon hours last Friday, a suspicious container was reported by an employee at Southwest Medical Center in Liberal. Now, the container was located outdoors on the northeast side of the campus. Local law enforcement were quick to respond to the situation and call upon further assistance from the Kansas Highway Patrol. Following standard safety protocols, Southwest Medical Center had a partial relocation of staff and services in the immediate area. Upon arrival, Kansas Highway Patrol found the suspicious container did not contain harmful material, and the scene was cleared Friday evening. A crash west of Fowler on U.S. Highway 54 sent a Meade man to the hospital Thursday evening. Kansas Highway Patrol reports a semi was headed east on U.S. 54. A car driven by 92-year-old Menno Friesen of Meade was going west. The semi attempted to pass two other vehicles, but he didn't have enough room. Friesen attempted to go toward the shoulder to avoid hitting the semi. The car then struck the trailer of the semi on the driver's side. Friesen was injured and taken to the Meade District Hospital for his injuries. Now, the crash occurred shortly before 6 p.m. and it was about a mile west of Fowler. 5 native Oklahoma Indian tribes that own an Oklahoma site where the U.S. Department of Homeland Security intends to conduct bioterrorism drills next year now oppose the government's plans, saying the agency didn't inform them about chemicals it plans to release on grounds the tribes consider sacred because more than 100 children are buried there. The Oklahoma-based Council of Confederated Chillicothe Tribes is made up of 5 tribes that jointly own what's left of the former Chillicothe Indian Agricultural School outside Newkirk, where the testing would be conducted. The Chillicothe School, which operated from the late 1800s until 1980, was one of several federally run boarding schools where the U.S. once sought to assimilate Native American children. The tribes say the federal agency is failing to protect a site with religious and cultural significance. In a special meeting last week, the Seward County Community College Board of Trustees continued to refine the plan for construction projects slated to begin in 2018. During the 2-hour work session with John Haas of Ransom Financial Consultants, the board closely examined various funding options to move the Students First Community Always capital campaign of the SCCC Foundation forward. Now, the campaign has proposed construction of 2 projects, the Sharp Champion Center for indoor athletic practice and the Colvin Family Allied Health Center, both to be located on the main campus of SCCC. Kansas State Senator Laura Kelly, she filed paperwork Friday to create an exploratory committee and begin generating contributions to finance her campaign for the Democratic Party's nomination for governor. Now, the Topeka Capital Journal was the first to report Kelly's decision to step into a gubernatorial campaign that already boasted 21 other candidates, 12 Republicans, 6 Democrats, and 3 independents. Kelly became the first woman in the field and submitted required documents to the Secretary of State's office. Kansas lawmakers will not support raising taxes to increase money for schools, the legislature's 2 most powerful Republicans have said. Senate President Susan Wagle and House Speaker Ron Reichman have effectively ruled out tax increases as a response to the Kansas Supreme Court's decision that current school funding is inadequate and unconstitutional. If their reading of the political landscape is correct, the legislature may not approve a significant funding boost for schools. Although Wagle and Reichman are not necessarily the last word on a tax increase, they do wield substantial influence over legislation. Senator Marcy Francisco, a Democratic state senator from Lawrence, she formed an exploratory committee and appointed a treasurer Thursday to move forward with a campaign for Kansas Secretary of State. On the Republican side of the ledger, 3 candidates are competing for the nomination for Secretary of State. They're Representatives Scott Schwab and Keith Asu, both of Olathe and Sedgwick County Clerk Kelly Arnold, who is chairman of the Kansas Republican Party. The position is being vacated by Chris Kobach, who is seeking the GOP nomination for governor. And finally, minutes after its midnight deadline to get the electricity back on at the world's busiest airport, Georgia Power announced early this morning that power had been fully restored to Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International, where more than 1,000 flights were grounded just days before the start of the Christmas travel rush. Now, if you are traveling and your flights are headed or through Atlanta, you might want to check with your local airline to make sure that you're good to go, because it's going to take a couple of days to get things back to normal in Atlanta. All right, that's a look at some of the stuff that's happening out there. You know what? It's going to be above normal for the next several days. Although we do have a cold front coming this way, and maybe, and I say maybe, a chance of some white stuff falling from the sky. Get back to the weather right after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV 23 with host Chris Jewell. TV 23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 1-800-521-3583. That's 1-800-521-3583.
College is great, but before you enroll, which do you think is a better way to earn your degree? Live on campus in a dorm where you can't sleep, with a roommate you can't stand, attend lectures that you can't hear, with cafeteria food that you can't eat, or learn online at Independence University. On the porch with your puppy, in the kitchen with your kitten, on your bed with your bunny, your campus is wherever you want it to be. That's Independence University. And you'll also get a laptop and tablet to use in school, and you can keep them when you graduate.
1-800-274-8142.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
Hey, today we're looking over the metro area of Sublette, as you can see. Not a lot of clouds out there today. You know what? It's going to warm up nicely. Right now we're at 45 degrees, relative humidity 58%. Winds are out of the northwest at 6. Barometric pressure is holding steady. All right, we're looking at the temperatures around the viewing area. Look at that. Everybody in the 40s and 50s already. Lamar, you're close. You're getting there. And the dew points, everybody is about 40, 50%, as you can see by the 20s and 30s in the dew points around. Not a lot of wind out there today. Not going to be a whole lot of wind. Everybody's in a west-southwesterly direction. There is a low pressure out here in Colorado that's coming this way, and it's going to bring us more warm air for the week. All right, looking at the highs and lows as recorded at the Garden City Regional Airport, got to 45 yesterday. 75 back in 1980, 21 was yesterday morning's low. Minus 13 just 2 years or a year ago. No precipitation in the bucket. Did you think there would be? All right, here's what we're looking for. 60 is going to be our high today. Winds are going to be out of the south at about 11 miles an hour. Tonight, going to cool off a little bit, but not like it has the last couple of nights. 28 for the overnight low. Winds are still going to be out of the south at a west-northwesterly direction. Then tomorrow, 57 again. Winds are going to be out of the northwest, switching around to the northeast later in the day. Not going to be a real windy day for Tuesday either. Tomorrow night, about the same as tonight, 25, the overnight low, mostly clear. Winds are going to be out of the north-northeast. They're going to be light and variable. Now, as we get into the 7-day, though, you can see we got 50s and 60s all the way down here. There is an Arctic cold front coming this way on Friday. High on Friday, 36. You can see on Saturday and Sunday, yeah, there is a chance of some white stuff in there. 50% and 30% on Christmas Eve day. Look at that, our high on Sunday, going to be 24. So, hey, December temperatures are finally going to be here this weekend. Although we'll see what happens with the models as they look at them the rest of the week at the National Weather Service in Dodge City. Other than that, not too bad. You can't complain very much. We've been pretty mild. That's a look at the weather. Be back with our good friend Dr. Jack right after this.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 1-800-521-3583. That's 1-800-521-3583.
College is great, but before you enroll, which do you think is a better way to earn your degree? Live on campus in a dorm where you can't sleep, with a roommate you can't stand, attend lectures that you can't hear, with cafeteria food that you can't eat, or learn online at Independence University. On the porch with your puppy, in the kitchen with your kitten, on your bed with your bunny, your campus is wherever you want it to be. Heck, you could earn your degree while wearing your PJs or while eating BLT with your baby, because you don't go to college. College goes to you. Complete your courses around your schedule. That's Independence. That's Independence University. No alarm clocks, no snoring roommate, no loud parties keeping you up all night, no note on your door telling you to sleep somewhere else. Instead, learn online at Independence University. Get your degree, but keep your life. And you'll also get a laptop and tablet to use in school, and you can keep them when you graduate. Learn online from professional instructors with real work experience. You get professional support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Independence U, for an independent you.
1-800-234-3025.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you. Wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
Welcome back on this sunny Monday. That kind of rhymes a little bit. My good friend Dr. Jack Jacob is here in studio. Right there. I was going to say, Brian, switch. How are you today?
I'm good, man. How are you?
All right. Got some sad news. Well, for us, not for him. You're leaving us.
I am.
You're moving back to Oklahoma.
Yep.
In a few weeks. Took
Yep.
a different job, family situations, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah,
It's
my
going to be
wife's.
his last appearance. I hate that. He's been doing this with me for a very long time.
We've been doing.
We've done this a lot.
For like 10 years.
Yes, and football games and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Who am I going to talk sports with now? Huh? See how you just leave me in this lurch.
Yeah.
Pan at him, but he'd whip me.
Moving to Walters, Oklahoma, tiny town.
Yeah,
south
if you
of
want to
Lawton.
look, if you look up Walters, go Lawton, Norman. It's a little speck. It's not very big.
No.
It's a funny shaped town too on the map.
It is.
What's up with that?
Well, I think they moved out to swallow up the interstate.
Oh, is that what it was?
So originally the town's over here, and then they just
They
added
kind
all
of.
this in.
Here, let's annex this.
Yes.
All right, gotcha.
So,
all right. Surprise me with your last visit here. I'm not going to say this is your last visit because you might be back. Your last visit for a while.
Okay, that'll be safe.
All right.
Well, it's interesting. A lot of people are probably watching the news today and anticipating President Trump's announcement about what he's going to do with all these trade agreements, NAFTA and the Pacific Nations Group and all the different things we've been in. And it's really interesting to me because, again, I anticipate hearing an uproar. There are going to be those people that say, this is horrible, this is terrible, we're destroying the future of America, and so on and so forth. But really, number one, it's what he promised to do when he ran.
It's true.
And number two, he's primarily attacking those trade agreements where we have a negative situation where we say they'll allow $100 million of our exports, but we have to allow $500 million of theirs,
if not more. Right.
So he's trying to balance the trade equation, because over the years we've kind of looked at it as the United States is the big dog, and so we need to give up to everybody else, and so most of the agreements we've entered into have resulted in an incredible trade deficit for the United States, and he's trying to kind of balance some of those out.
Well, and you talk about NAFTA, and we've got a U.S. senator here in Kansas who thinks that's going to be bad for the farm economies, but nothing says that President Trump won't go in and renegotiate something with Mexico and Canada, right?
Well, and
that's probably what will happen.
And number one, they're not going to lose most favored trading status, most favored nation trading status. They're not going to lose that. What he's wanting to do, though, is he's actually wanting to equalize things. Now, the question will be, and this is where kind of the math gets a little wonky for some people, is you're trying to estimate trade imports and exports based off of two diverse economies. So you're comparing the U.S. dollar to, say, the Mexican peso or the Canadian dollar.
Which the American dollar is much stronger than.
At times.
Well, most times.
If you compare it to the euro, or if you compare it to the yen, or if you compare it to some of the others, the problem is that's a constantly fluctuating thing. So you may end up with an agreement that looks favorable to you, and then the world economy changes and it flip-flops again. So what the president's wanting to do is create a more of a less of a static, more of a dynamic system that allows us to evaluate those trade relations on more of a real-time basis instead of the traditional, we'll set this up for 10 years and then we'll come back and revisit it.
Well, it's kind of like what's happened over the last 2 or 3 administrations. I mean, you go clear back, and I mean, we've had a trade deficit for quite a while.
Sure.
So I'm sure the left, I'm sure Schumer and Nancy Pelosi have already got their little 2-minute clips already to read, right?
Oh,
on how this is going to go. So how's this going to affect the tax reform vote that they're hoping to get through yet this week?
Well, and that's a good question, because I think what the president's hoping to do is marry the results of these two together to create a better economic future, at least predictive future for the American economy. Because right now our credit rating has taken a beating because of our incredible deficits, our mounting never ever to be possibly paid by anybody debt. And
no,
so,
wait, are you talking about the United States or the state of Kansas? Okay, I just
yes.
I had to throw that in there.
But yeah, so that's what he's hoping to do, is marry these two. And it's not just these two pieces. It's going to be lots of pieces that they try to put together. People forget sometimes, I think, that the president, to his own detriment, sometimes sticks his foot in his mouth.
Nuh-uh.
And so people forget, though, that he's a businessman. And so he approaches the government from a business model.
That's true, because we've never had a businessman really as president.
Right.
They've all been politicians of some sort.
Or military.
Right.
So in essence, what you're saying is they've all grown up in a system where dollars were theoretical instead of actual dollars. And now we have a businessman who, and the president's, maybe to attack him a little bit or not defend him, he has bankrupted several businesses to get to his billionaire status.
He has, yes.
But he's learned lessons along the way. And when he looks at our economy and the way that we do things as a nation, he says, and lots of people said, not just him, we can't continue to do this because there is nowhere to go but down moving forward.
We can't keep writing checks on an empty account.
Right. Because eventually somebody in the world's going to say, I'm sorry, I won't take your check.
Yeah.
You'll need to give me gold, which, we our fiat system's not even built on that anymore. Or I need something else. And so at what point are we going to hit that? I mean, now we're to the point where we're borrowing money to pay the interest on the money we borrowed.
Right.
And I don't know, in my economy at home, I don't know about yours because you're independently wealthy and superbly attractive.
You're just funny today, aren't you?
But in my economy, if I borrow money and then I can't make the payment, the last thing in the world the bank wants to do is loan me money to pay their interest.
Right.
So it's just not a viable option to continue going down that path. I said the same thing, for our county. We've said the same thing as we've talked about city and schools and different things. At some point, you outrun the ability of taxpayers to pay, and then what do you do?
We're almost to that point. Okay, we are to that point. All right, so with it now, why do you think? Here's my other question. It depends on which station and which political pundits you listen to.
Sure.
The tax reform, tax cut, whatever you want to call it. Why are they rushing it through so quick? What's your opinion on that? I mean, I don't know what to think.
Well, I think there's a number of things. First of all, we've got to do something to get the attention off of everybody that's having sexual harassment problems. So we've got to get the nation's mind off of that so that, and I'm being a little dark here, but so that we can not pay attention to that. But I think the issue is, as an American people, we've gotten to the point where, as sadly as it says, we don't really care what you do, just do something and do it quickly. Now, when you do that, we end up with things like Obamacare and kind of messes that we've made. But we've gotten this idea where we expect instantaneous response, not realizing that, if you're out in the middle of the ocean trying to turn an aircraft carrier around, you need some real estate.
You do. You being in the Navy, you know that.
Right. So imagine you're driving the nation one way and you're trying to get it turned around. People are not patient enough because their attention span is not long enough to allow them to remain engaged to see a systemic change that produces a different process. They want to see the knee-jerk.
They want it to happen right now.
Yeah, they want the herky-jerky, here we go. And the problem is, those almost always lead to, well, we didn't think about that. And no one knows. It's like so many other things they do. No one knows really what this tax thing's going to do. You read articles saying the middle class is going to save $2,100 a year, and then an article by the same exact publication from a different writer says the middle class is going to lose $1,700.
I know. I don't know which one to believe.
Well, that's the problem. No one knows.
I know. That's it. That was like with Obamacare. Well, you got to read it to know what's in it, is what Nancy Pelosi said. And this tax thing is about the same way.
So, all right. But they have to. They feel like they have to do something.
Yeah. You think it's going to go? You think they'll get it voted through this week?
I don't know. Right
now we're okay because Senator McCain is not going to be there. Is my understanding.
Right.
Okay, so now we're down to 99 votes, and then Pence is going to have to break a tie or whatever, right? But there won't be a tie with 99.
There won't be a tie with 99 votes unless somebody else doesn't show up.
All right, Brian's yelling at me. Come see me again. Don't forget about us.
I won't forget about you. Never.
Thanks.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 1-800-521-3583. That's 1-800-521-3583.
Hey, on Saturday, you know what? OU beat Wichita State. Wichita State was ranked number 3, beat them in Wichita. KU traveled to Nebraska, beat them 73-72, and the Chiefs won on Saturday night. They now hold the number 1 spot in the AFC West. Let's take a last look at our weather. Hey, it's warmed up 1 degree, 46 degrees, relative humidity 55%. Winds went down. It's west-northwest at 5. Barometric pressure is falling. You know what? We're going to have unseasonably warm temperatures until that cold front gets in here on Thursday night, and then we're going to drop into the deep freeze, probably, well, the coldest so far this season, as we go into Saturday and Sunday, highs in the 20s and snow. See you tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
Take your internet by the reins. Pioneer Communications offers blazing fast speeds up to 50 meg. Make slow internet a thing of the past and sign up for faster internet today. Pioneer Communications, your community connected.
College is great, but before you enroll, which do you think is a better way to earn your degree? Live on campus in a dorm where you can't sleep, with a roommate you can't stand, attend lectures that you can't hear, with cafeteria food that you can't eat, or learn online at Independence University. On the porch with your puppy, in the kitchen with your kitten, on your bed with your bunny, your campus is wherever you want it to be. Heck, you could earn your degree while wearing your PJs or while eating BLT with your baby, because you don't go to college. College goes to you. Complete your courses around your schedule. That's Independence. That's Independence University. No alarm clocks, no snoring roommate, no loud parties keeping you up all night, no note on your door telling you to sleep somewhere else. Instead, learn online at Independence University. Get your degree, but keep your life. And you'll also get a laptop and tablet to use in school, and you can keep them when you graduate. Learn online from professional instructors with real work experience. You get professional support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Independence U, for an independent you.
1-800-234-3025.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. on every screen in your life. We are broadcasters, always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
On portions of TV23's internet provided by SWKO Wireless Internet.